Hi everyone, now it's time for love and commitment. Well, not really. I mean, I don't even really know what those two words mean. Well, I do, but we're not gonna discuss them today. I like to bottle up my emotions, then cry in the shower. Today I want to talk about a video that I saw on YouTube. I saw the title and the thumbnail, but I didn't actually click on it. The title of the video was called Marine Surprises Stepdaughter with Adoption Papers. And I didn't even click on it. It's like a video that a middle-aged woman would watch to prove that there's still love in the world, even though it doesn't really prove anything. You know, there's a lot of fucked up people adopting kids out there. It's not even clickbait. You know, if it was clickbait, that'd be cool. You know, because it'd be something else. You know, you'd be like, Marine surprises stepdaughter with adoption papers, and you click on it, and it's like a link to a costume shop or something. Like, just as a Marine, and adopt the child of the woman you're currently fucking. Yeah, that would have been good. But so he's a Marine, and so is he returning from duty? You know, and if he is, he might have saw combat. He might have got like fucked up emotionally there. You know, he's like. Has like post-traumatic stress syndrome or whatever it's called. He's like, I'm getting night terrors, night sweats. I've seen a lot of fucked up things, and I think the only thing which will make them disappear is if I adopt that kid who is living in the house that I'm also living in. Yeah, it's like, hey, and how old is she? Is she like a teenager, like late teens? That'd be pretty fucked up. It's like, hey, so now that I'm adopting you, we gotta stop fucking. And not saying he's a pedophile. I'm saying she's old, and that's why he's sleeping for. And I can just see like the tabloid magazine story to about that. It'd be like a crying middle-aged woman, and the headline would be, my husband left me for my daughter. My husband left me for my daughter, and yeah, it's just has tabloid magazines written all over it. And how, like, if she's old, if she's like late teens, she'd be like, "Why are you adopting me now? Why didn't you adopt me when I was a kid, when I actually needed a father? You know, I was the only girl on the Father Day picnic at Scouts. Sorry, I was the only woman at the father-daughter picnic at Scouts who didn't have a father. They made me cook the barbecues because I couldn't compete in the three-legged race and all those other events." Yeah. This is just one of those stupid articles that they bring to make people feel good about themselves. Like, it might not even be true. Media does this. I don't know if they do it a lot. I sound like paranoid if I say they do it a lot. But they do it. They make a story up to either make you feel good or to make you feel bad. You know, it's lies, and that's, I don't know. I mean, if it sells papers or results in clicks of your website, yeah, do it. You know, like, that's what we're all about. We're all about the clicks, and Red Bulls. But lies brings me on to my next topic, lies. I was thinking back high school and primary school, just the lies kids say back then. Like, someone told me, a kid in primary school once told me his dad works in a chocolate factory. And when you're a kid, it wasn't true. His dad was an electrician, which would have been a more interesting job than working in a chocolate factory. So when you're a kid, like, you think chocolate factories are cool. You think it's like Willy Wonka, and you think, oh, I get to take home as much free chocolate as I want. Then when you're older, you work out that working in a chocolate factory is probably depressing, and it'll probably put you off the chocolate. You know, you see like pretty disgusting stuff. You see like people sneezing on the chocolate, which is on the conveyor belt, which is going to go to the shops. But yeah, but people lie about crap all the time, like big lies, and I don't really get what's the point of big lies, because apparently. Oh, well, not apparently, they will. They will be called out eventually, be like, oh yeah, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire. And eventually people will want to see a proof, like if they see you living in the freaking housing commission, they're going to know you're a millionaire. And if you are, you're like a tax fraud, and a current affair will probably like chase you around and find you in a car park or something. I watch a lot of current affairs, and one thing I noticed is they always catch like the con men or the lob rats out in car parks. Like they're in the car park of a shopping center and they're putting their shopping in the car, and then the reporter comes and they shove a camera in their face and be like, "You don't have any shame, do you, Mr. Jones?" So if I was a con artist or a love rat or whatever current affair is going after that week, I do my shopping online, then like they can't catch me in the car park. They can knock on my door and I can just pretend I'm not home, like which I do anyway. Someone was knocking on my door earlier today. I live in an apartment block, so and I don't really know any of my neighbors, so I can't really see any reason why someone's knocking on my door. But anyway, like if you're gonna lie, like make it realistic. I know someone. This is like a non-realistic lie. I know someone who lied about having an older brother once, and what's even sadder was this was during high school, and whatever he couldn't lie about himself, he would lie about his older brother. He's like, when we were too young to drive, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, my younger brother has a Ferrari," and then like we went over his house, and before we went into his house, we all knew he was lying anyway. But before we went into his house, he's like, "Oh yeah, don't mention my older brother. Him and my dad had a big falling out, and he's dead. He's cut off the family, and that's why there's not any photos of him in the house either." That actually happened. That was an actual quote. And it's funny because you see like family photos throughout the year where like the kids are young, then the kids are like primary school, then the high school, and it's like they must have photoshopped the brother out of all those photos, which isn't true. I mean, if you're gonna lie, make it realistic. I mean, there's this lie. I think it's a lie, but as far as lies go, it's realistic. I mean, well, I guess there are more realistic lies, like, "Hey, Kieran, did you eat the last slice of pizza?" No, lie, I did. But yeah, this is an interesting realistic lie, and so someone was telling me that this happened to my friend again. When someone refers to it happened to a friend or a friend of mine or my brother or my brother's friend, it's normally not true. But anyway, the story was one night he was at Kingswood Station. Kingswood Station's like a dodgy train station in a dodgy area on the Western Line, if anyone knows the Western Line. So it's a dodgy train station. So this guy was on a dodgy train station with his bike, and he was waiting for a train to come. And these two lads, criminals, walk up to him, and apparently there was no one else in the station. It was late at night, and these two guys come up and they start robbing him. And in the distance, the guy with the bike, who's my friend's friend, could see a train coming. So he kind of like put up a little bit of a struggle, like saying, "No man, no, I don't have anything on me." The guy's like, "Give us your wallet and your bike." And as the train got closer, he threw his bike onto the train track, and the train hit the bike. Therefore, the train had to stop, and there was witnesses, and these people couldn't rob the guy anymore. Which I don't know if it's true. I mean, he destroyed his bike, and if you're going to destroy your bike, you think you would just gave it to those guys. But wallets and mobile phones, that's a different story. Losing a wallet's the worst. You had to like redo all your cards and your license and stuff. You have to cancel your cards because they're tap and go. They can just take $100 out of your account a day. Mobile phones, back then mobile phones were annoying. If you lost your phone, you had to get a new number. Then you would have to like get in contact with everyone and get a new one. This was before social media, so you couldn't just put, "Hey guys, I lost my phone, send me your numbers." No. This is where you had to walk around to everyone and go, "Hey, can I have your number? I got a new phone." Then that was actually kind of cool because it gave you an opportunity to get out of that guy's phone list. Be like, "Nah," you either give him a fake number or say, "I can't remember my number, I'll give it to you later." Now, you can just transfer everything over in a sim. Or like you've got Apple, you got the cloud, and I think that saves numbers. I don't know, I'm an Android user. Yeah, that's the video. I'm gonna do a few of these opinion videos about random topics. Hopefully you like it. Thank you for watching. Kieran Dorton